When the evacuation order finally comes, it never sounds like the movies. There is no dramatic countdown. There are no sirens screaming in perfect rhythm. There's no heroic voice on the radio telling you exactly what to do. Real evacuation orders come as chaos. It is shouted voices in the street. It is shaking hands, dropping car keys. It is phones buzzing with half-loaded alerts that won't open. It is neighbors pounding on doors and the distant rumble of something going wrong very fast. You do not get an hour to pack. You do not get 20 minutes to say goodbye. You get 5. 5 minutes to decide whether you become one of the people who leaves or one of the people others talk about on the news later. When you have 5 minutes to evacuate, you do not get time to think. You only get time to choose, and those choices have consequences. So here is the brutal truth. Most of what you own right now is dead weight. Your furniture will not save you. Your wardrobe will not save you. Your TV, your gaming consoles, your kitchen appliances, and your collections, none of it helps you breathe. None of it helps you walk, run, drink, or stay alive. If it cannot fit in your hands, your pockets, or a bag you can carry at a full sprint, it is worthless. So here is exactly what you grab when you have 5 minutes and the world expects you to be gone. Rule number 1. Grab what keeps you alive, not what keeps you comfortable. Survival is not about ease, it is about function. First, you need water. Not a giant jug, not a heavy case. 1 bottle. 2, if you can carry it without slowing down. Water buys you hours. It buys you clarity when your brain starts to panic. It buys you distance from the chaos. You are not stocking up for a week. You are hydrating for the escape. Next, calories. You are not packing meals, you are packing energy. Grab anything with sugar, salt, fat, or protein. Peanut butter, energy bars, nuts, dried fruit, beef jerky. You need something you can eat while moving, something that does not spoil in the heat, something you can hold in one hand while your other hand opens a door, climbs a fence, or pushes away debris. Third, footwear. This is where most people fail. Do not leave in sandals, do not leave in slippers, and absolutely do not leave in dress shoes. You need closed-toe shoes, boots or sneakers that protect your feet from broken glass, twisted metal, rubble, mud, and water. Your feet are your engine. Lose them and you do not evacuate, you wait to be rescued. And in a massive disaster, rescue might not come. Put your shoes on first. No barefoot evacuation, no exceptions. Fourth, identification. Not because the authorities care about you personally, but because you will need it to prove you exist when the system eventually crawls back online. Grab your ID, your passport, debit cards, and cash. Not a stack of money, just enough to buy food or transportation if the digital systems come back piece by piece. Keep them in a zippered pocket. If you lose your wallet in the chaos, you lose your access to the world. Fifth, medications. Anything you rely on. Blood pressure pills, inhalers, insulin, allergy meds, painkillers. Missing 1 dose might not matter. Missing 2 might make you weak. Missing 3 could kill you. Medications are not optional. They are survival tools. Sixth, your phone. Even if it's dead, a dead phone is still a flashlight. It is still a camera to document damage. It is still a data storage device. It is still a map if you downloaded offline routes. And it is still a way to receive signals the moment networks return. Take the phone. Take the charger, even if you do not know when you'll use it. Next, a light source. A flashlight if you have it. A glow stick if you don't. Even the light from a headlamp. Darkness is a predator. Light is a weapon. You do not need blinding brightness. You just need visibility. Now for the most underrated evacuation item, a blade. Not a weapon, a tool. A knife, a multi-tool, a box cutter, a folded blade. You need something to cut rope, tape, clothing, wires, or packaging. Tools extend your hands. Tools multiply your strength. Tools solve problems before they become threats. Grab one. Seventh, warmth. A hoodie, a jacket, a blanket you can roll tight and sling under your arm. Temperatures drop at night, and evacuations rarely happen in daylight.
Evacuations happen during storms, during blackouts, during structural failures. You can survive hunger for days, you can survive thirst for a while, but cold disables you in under an hour. Take something warm. Do not argue with yourself. Eighth, communication. A whistle, a small battery-powered radio if you can carry it without slowing down. Humans are loud until they're not. When your voice fails from smoke or exhaustion, tools speak for you. Ninth, a mask or cloth to cover your face. Smoke, dust, ash, chemicals. The air becomes contaminated long before the authorities admit something is wrong. Anything that filters particles buys you minutes of breathable time, and breathing is everything. 10th, a bag. Not your suitcase, not a giant duffel bag, a backpack. Something light, something with straps, something you can run with, something that keeps your hands free. If you cannot run with it, you cannot take it. Now, you need to understand the psychology of evacuation. These 5 minutes are not for sentimental items. They are not for photo albums. They are not for expensive gadgets. They are not for just-in-case items. You do not get emotional. Emotional people waste time. Emotional people freeze. Emotional people go back upstairs for something they regret. You become mechanical, efficient, focused. You operate on a single philosophy. What keeps me alive the next 12 hours? Nothing else matters. Not your framed pictures, not your collectibles, not your electronics, not your trophies, not your hobbies. You are not leaving a home. You are leaving a fire hazard waiting to happen. Because the truth is, evacuation is not about escape. It's about outrunning the wave of danger long enough to enter the next safe zone. As you move, expect resistance. Expect neighbors shouting questions you do not have answers to. Expect panic in the hallways. Expect gridlock outside. The people who freeze will ask you what is happening. The people who panic will grab things they do not need. The people who think they are calm will make fatal mistakes. Your job is not to save them. Your job is to stay alive. So move. Do not run blindly. Do not shout. Do not join crowds unless you absolutely have to. Crowds become crush points. Crowds become targets. Crowds move slower than danger. Instead, find space, side streets, alleyways, service routes, paths others overlook. Distance is survival. Every step you take increases your odds. Now, let's talk about regret. You're going to feel it. You're going to think about the things you left behind. You're going to wonder if you should have grabbed one more thing: your jewelry, your documents, your laptop, your grandmother's ring. Ignore that voice. Regret is a luxury. Survival is a necessity. Every second you spent debating an object was a second the danger behind you got closer. There is no negotiation with collapse. You do not bargain with disasters. You outrun them. When you reach your first stopping point, a checkpoint, a shelter, a clearing, you reassess. Check your water, check your pockets, check your warmth, check your injuries, check your direction. Evacuations happen in waves. The first wave is instinct. The second wave is danger. The third wave are people who waited too long. Do not be in the third wave. When you only have 5 minutes, the world shrinks into a brutal, unforgiving equation. What can you carry that increases your chances instead of decreasing them? That's it. No fluff, no extras, no dead weight. The items that matter are the ones that keep you alive, mobile, hydrated, warm, identified, and capable. These 5 minutes decide whether you live the next 5 hours, and those 5 hours decide whether you live the next 5 days. So you choose quickly, you choose smart, you choose survival. And when you walk away from your home, do not look back. Looking back slows you down. Looking back drags you into the past. Your future is forward. Your chances are forward. Your life is forward. 5 minutes, 10 items, 1 mindset. Survive now, rebuild later. Because if you hesitate, you become one more person the evacuation team never finds. And if you move with purpose, you become the person who tells this story one day. In the end, the world does not care what you lost. It cares that you lived, and now you know how.